Britain was made rich from Jamaica and other places. Britain did incredibly well out of the slave trade. And at the end of slavery in the 1830s, Wilberforce put the bill through Parliament, which ended slavery. In reality, it was the uprising in Morant Bay and other places that brought the end to slavery. But slavery did end, and the slave owners were paid compensation of £20 million at the time, which was 40% of UK, British government income at that time.
Fire blaze, fire blaze, fire blaze. IjahStars, at it up, at it up, at it up. At it up, at it up, at it up. Fire blaze, turn up. He then get burn up. Anyway, them say Ijah.
Mindset, blessed love, manners, and respect. One to read the item in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Kadama Haile Selassie I, and also Empress Menen I. Holy Emmanuel I, Haile Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. One more day above ground, beautiful viewers and subscribers, as they them know. Life is our ultimate position. Nothing greater than that, no matter what go on top of everything that is going on. All right. Today, this video is really an appeal to the Honorable Majesty King of England, right? The Honorable King of England, King Charles, is the head of state for the Commonwealth country or island of Jamaica. So, Honorable King, this message, I hope this message reach the eye in good health and strength. Doing my research, I come to know that your birthday, your Earth Strong, was on the 14th of November, which is yesterday, Friday, right? So I want to send a special birthday greeting to yourself. I want to say more health and strength and life and prosperity. All right, give thanks and praise for life. Now, Honorable Sir, Honorable King, I want to bring to your attention, which I know that you are aware of, Hurricane Melissa and the devastation that Hurricane Melissa has caused to Jamaica and also other Caribbean islands, which is under the Commonwealth governance of the United Kingdom. So, Honorable Sir, King, beg your pardon, I want to bring to your attention some of the things that you may not have seen or not aware of. The condition of the people of Jamaica and some of the things that is happening to the people of Jamaica. Now, before I go into all of that, I just want to highlight a few things on the Honorable King life. But before so, I would love the item to please remember to push the like button, subscribe if the item haven't subscribed already to the platform, so whenever time we're here, the item can be notified. All right. Please take a listen to this. Greetings, honorable family. This is a public announcement. Jah Consuming Fire, brand new EP out now by IjahStars, featuring artists like Empress Matiposa out of the VI Virgin Island, This EP is consist of 7 tracks. Songs like Life, No Dignity, 360 Degrees, Plea My Cause. This EP is out on all digital download platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon, and much more. 360 Degree is blazing. Temperature so high, we are steam and blaze with Charlie Sana, Hail Selassie I. Out now, Jack and Zoom in fire. Check it out.
No call me no dark, trust me, fool. You know have to rate this.
Rastafari, give thanks again, warm welcome. So I would like to just get into a little bit of background knowledge about the Honorable King Charles of England. King Charles III was born. Charles Philip Arthur George is the reigning monarch of the United Kingdom and the oldest person to ascend the British throne. Born November 14, 1948 at Buckingham Palace, London. Parents Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Education attended Granston School in Scotland and later earned a Master of Art degree from Trinity College, Cambridge. He was the first heir to the British throne to receive a formal education outside of private tutoring. He held the title Prince of Wales for over 50 years before becoming king, becoming King Charles III on September 8, 2002, following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. His coronation took place on May 6, 2023 at the Westminster Abbey. Personal life: married to Lady Diana Spencer in 1981. They had 2 sons, Prince William, born 1982, and Prince Harry, born 1984. The couple divorced in 1996. His second marriage is to Camilla Parker Bowles in 2005, now Queen Camilla. A passionate advocate for environmental sustainability, architecture, and interfaith dialogue. Founded numerous charities, including the Prince Trust and Prince Foundation and the Prince of Wales Charity Fund. In recent times, as of 2025, King Charles has resumed public duty following a period of cancer treatment. He continued to engage in ceremonial roles and national events such as leading remembrance ceremony and honoring public figures like David Beckham. King Charles III embodied a blend of tradition and modernity, shaping his reign with a focus on service and sustainability and continuity. That's it, right? So that's just a brief background for who don't know, right? So let me address the Honorable King again, because this is very important and it needs attention. And the attention that I think it needs is reparation. Reparation. I think this incident now require reparation with compensation. And my good king, if I can recall or bring back to your remembrance, you gave the African people here, black people, African Caribbean, African people, a place in South London, St. Agnes Place. And that is and was a great thing to bring back to your remembrance, right? And of recent times, we see that you also returning artifacts that was taken from Africa, like the Benin bronze and golden stool from Ghana and many Ghanaian artifacts. I've seen that in recent days, many of these things are being returned. And that is very good. That is great to see, right? So, my great king, my good king, reparation has always been on the table. Prince Emmanuel Charles Edwards, as you may know and recall from many years, have written to your mother, Queen Elizabeth II, on many occasions, asking for freedom, redemption, and international repatriation for the black people of the world, mostly black African people that is in the diaspora that makes up the Commonwealth. And I am here now asking for that same freedom, redemption, and international repatriation. Whether it be 7 or 9 or 21 miles of high water ship or plane to take us home to our home of origin, which is Ethiopia, Africa. Now, if ones do not choose to make that return home, that is their choice. But there are others who seek to return home with compensation and with reparation. And I think that reparation would be now a great thing to do. And by doing that, I know that will make the king the greatest king within the history of English kings of all times. To grant the black people, African people of the world, reparation today, to authorize that, just like how in the 1800s, slave owners was paid compensation for the loss of earnings of the slave trade. So, my good king, reparation will change history, will rewrite history, and your name will go down in history as the greatest king ever to walk the foot, to sit on the throne of the British throne. And we can see all those headlines today. King Charles have granted reparation. My good king, let me bring some important humanitarian articles to your attention, my good king. Article 1 of the Universal Human Rights Declaration reads, all human beings are free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with the reason and conscience and should be act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Article 2 says everyone is entitled to all rights and freedom set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinions, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction should be made on the basis of the political, judicial, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. And I will continue to read more articles from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, my Honorable King. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of a person. That is Article 3. Article 4 reads, no one should be held in slavery or servitude, and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all forms. And why I've read that one is because what is happening in Jamaica now, if reparation doesn't come, then slavery will return again. And we do not want that, based on what the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is saying. Article 5, no one should be subjected to torture or cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. And what is going on in Jamaica right now, a lot of inhumane and degrading treatment which violate this human right, universal human rights article, which is number 5. Article 6 reads, everyone have the rights to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. Article 7 reads, all are equal before the law. Let's skip Article 7. Article 8, everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunal for act of violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. So my good king, reparation would be the greatest remedy for what is happening with people within your Commonwealth and people in Jamaica right now. I will continue to read, my good king. Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Article 13 reads, everyone has the right to freedom of movement and resident within the border of each state. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and to return to his country. My good king, let me remind you and bring to your remembrance that the Africans within the diaspora, they were taken out within the 1600 from Africa and brought into the Caribbean, and their nationality was changed, and now many of us seek to return back to our home of origin, my good king. And repatriation would be the remedy for that, and reparation with compensation, my good king. Let me continue. Article 14 reads, everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other country asylum from persecution. This right may not be invoked in the case of persecution generally or generously arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purpose and principles of the United Nations. Let me continue reading, my good king. Article 15 read, everyone has the right to a nationality. No one should be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality, nor deny the right to change his nationality, my good king. And Article 15 coincides with Article 13, my good king, right? As it reads, everyone has the right to freedom of movement and resident within the border of each state. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and to return to his country of origin, my good king. So, I'm saying this to bring to your remembrance, my good king, that reparation is needed in this time and space, and that will change the course of history by exercising international morality, my good king, will change the course of history. No doubt about that. And how people will perceive and look upon the monarch, the British monarch and throne will be a different outlook, my good king. This leave upon you, my good king, to do the great and righteous thing that you could ever do within your lifetime is to give international repatriation and reparation with compensation. If I may remind you, my good king, I recall seeing you in Jamaica with your honorable wife playing on the Niyahbinghi drums of the Rastaman. And that shows me and tell me personally that you have a good heart and a heart of gold. And I think that heart you should express more of that love towards I and I as a people, because to see you playing on the Niyahbinghi drum tell us something different about King Charles III. So my good king, I leave all this in your good hands to address these matters of urgency, my good king. I'm going to share some very interesting videos that you will find probably touching that is happening on the island of Jamaica right now due to Hurricane Melissa, the aftermath. So, my good king, manners and respect, peace and love to everyone that have tuned in and take the time to listen. Remember now, please share, comment, and subscribe to the platform if you haven't done so. All right? Mindset, manners and respect, peace and love, and give thanks for the ident patient listening and rock of attention. Rastafari. Freedom, redemption, international repatriation. Kadamawi Haile Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
Britain was made rich from Jamaica and other places. Britain did incredibly well out of the slave trade. And at the end of slavery in the 1830s, Wilberforce put the bill through Parliament, which ended slavery. In reality, it was the uprising in Morant Bay and other places that brought the end to slavery. But slavery did end, and the slave owners were paid compensation of £20 million at the time, which was 40% of UK, British government income at that time. Mm-hmm. And that debt was finally paid off to those people in 2015. Not one slave got one halfpenny at any time. Mm-hmm. The victims got nothing. Mm-hmm. The owners got everything. Now, there's been a demand for reparations for quite a long time, but I think it's become a much more valid and real subject at the moment. The UWI and ASIL did an analysis of what the costs of reparations would be, and the figure they came up with was that the UK would owe £18 trillion to 14 countries. Mm-hmm. Obviously there would be negotiation, debate around those figures. And then when it came up at the Commonwealth Heads of Government Conference in Samoa, our Foreign Secretary and our Prime Minister both said there was no appetite to have this discussion. 54 other heads of government mm-hmm. had said they wanted to have the discussion. Yes. But Britain somehow or other managed to veto even a debate. Well, it's not going to go away, because you look at the issues of inequality on trade, you look at the issues of indebtedness, and you look at the pain that so many families went through. Ones who lost people during slavery, but those since then. I think the issue has come full circle. Now, in Britain, the debate has actually become quite live. Yes. Some universities, Glasgow University, for example, mm-hmm. have paid. Mm-hmm. The Church of England has recognised mm-hmm. that it made lots of money out of compensation and it should pay. Other institutions have done the same. The British Museum goes through convulsions the whole time about repatriation of artifacts. Yes. They have sent a lot of stuff back, of the Benin bronzes and others, yes. but other stuff they haven't sent back. So it's a real live debate. Why hide away from it? Let's have the debate. Look at it this way.
Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset.